Next morning, that's a pretty flat park up. Bit of rain overnight, but the sun's out at the moment. It's due to stay out pretty much for the rest of the daytime. Karen's inside exploring. Just been chatting to a gentleman with his sheepdog. I saw this dog go hurtling down the road at high speed and then came back in, then went hurtling down the road again, then came back in, and the man said the dog goes mental about 3 or 4 times, does several hundred yards up and down the lane, and then settles down for his walk. And over there in the distance, I took some photographs of it yesterday. You can see that red pipe. That house there looks like it's had a fire. It's a black and white building, but there's lots and lots of, it may have been thatched, but there's bags and bags of what look like burnt materials, and the top story of the building is virtually completely missing. It doesn't look like any fire damage at the bottom, but it's very interesting just to have a look. It's a very, very expensive piece of work going on there to repair it. There's 2 of the black and white houses we walked past yesterday. The one on the left has those strange diamond bay windows, or triangular rather bay windows, and that one there, directly in front of me now, is either up for sale or has been sold. But that's a very, very big house, really large. You can see the structure now, the sheer scale of that protective covering over the damaged building. On the picture over there, there's a picture in the bottom right hand corner of curtains, because obviously they had curtains into private areas, and Karen's found archaeological proof that they had curtains. There you go. And they had plastic in those days as well. Amazing, isn't it? Now that's not something... That was a Tesco's delivery van, wasn't it? Colours probably aren't going to come out as well on this video, but that fungi is a lovely orangey colour. That's... Oh, I wish I knew I could eat some of these. But there's only one piece, so I probably wouldn't touch it. But there's all these little fungi everywhere. And unlike the Backer Bonacci forest that we were in Scotland a few weeks ago, you can actually hear some birds singing. That forest was really strange. You couldn't hear any wildlife at all, just the wind in the trees. But there's birds in here, singing away to themselves. On this tree stump here, some brown and white bracket fungus there. But look at these tiny, tiny little teeny weeny fungi on this moss. And there's some nuts from acorns. And in the background there are cones from the tree above me, and they're falling as I talk. Not sure whether they're falling naturally or whether there's a grey thing up there with a bushy tail throwing them at me. But every now and then there's a thud, not far from where I'm currently standing. But that patch of moss missing from that trunk suggests something regularly comes up here and has a nibble. Little squirrel.
In 600 feet, turn left.
I'm going to turn left in 600 feet. But there again, the whole point of this mountain biking stuff is all about getting filthy dirt, you know. So it's the right weather for them. Is that lovely out? I like that.
Turn left.
And that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at it. What on earth is holding that barn up? Friction, yes, very good. There's a stream here, look. We're at a place now in Shropshire called Bury Ditches. It's a recently uncovered hill fort. We're just walking up the track to it now, and there's this carving of somebody with a sword or a spear. Looks like a sword. He's got a dog with him. But why does it look like it's got wings? Or was that a shield? What's that? And then there's a view out across the... I don't actually know what that's called. That's the direction we've come from over there. So this is an artist's impression of what this settlement up here looked like, and you can clearly see the ditches, and that's why it's called Bury Ditches, obviously because the hill fort is normally surrounded by ditches. They're very, very pronounced at the hill fort in Oswestry, and that's one that we've just walked up. We're going to head up to the very top at the moment, but the aerial photographs show considerable ditches all the way around here. and the views are very, very nice. There's a placard pointing out all the names of the hills and towns in the distance. In a hill fort, you would expect to have a fairly good view of any baddies. No doubt when this was a fort, pretty much everywhere you can see was covered in trees. That gives an idea of the ditch defences. And I might borrow somebody's drone footage, because it's actually very spectacular. From the top, there's about 3 separate sets of ditches. It's difficult to comprehend the labour, thousands of years ago, the amount of people that must have been living here in order to dig these ditches either side, effectively create this mound that I'm on now, and that one over there, and the third one further down. The larches are going yellow, autumn colours. That's what we really love about this part of Shropshire. It's much more heavily wooded than where we live. The colours at this time of year are cracking.
Your destination is on the right.
So, yeah, if you look at that, look at it. So, there's several parking places. It runs from that left-hand thing called the side of something or other, all the way to Bishop's Castle, but obviously it's not all track. I think the red blue bit's the tracks. Yeah, and then you've got the anchor. I was right, it was the anchor pub down there.
3 car parks, 4 car parks, with one at Bishop's Castle. But that's all in Welsh as well as English. Now whether that's just polite because we're right on the very border, who knows?
No, I think the language takes priority. So to be pretty certain, I think we're on the Welsh side of the border at the moment, and it will stay the same as that for...
Where are we going? Straight down?
Yeah, and Bishop Castle sort of that way.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. That's no, that's not. No, it's not. That's what their suspension design is. They got maybe some of these the suspension travel. It could easily be 12, maybe even 18 inches. They're absolutely designed to go through stuff like that and worse. The difference is the ones that will go first will tear the road up to the point where the ones following will have a bit of a rougher time with it. But yeah, they'll drive along here. This is mild for a rally car. They'd easily be able to do 80, 90 mile an hour along here. There's a deer. See it?
No.
Just went from right to left. Small deer. Proper road, isn't it? Maybe it isn't. Maybe not. I'm glad we took the route up and we took up there because that was a really metal road. Is that a proper road? Yeah, that's more of a proper road. It is a metal road, isn't it? Yeah. This is technically a proper road.
It's not as part of the nature reserve, or they're breed and shoot.
No through road, is there? We know otherwise.
Turn left.
Have you got your dog? Well, it's worth doing that run just to do this. It's just nice, isn't it? Now we're over there. Can't see past the head.
Nothing's coming.
Turn left. Then, your destination will be on the right.
Right, how many bands are in here then?
Your destination is on the right.
This site in Shropshire, not far from the Stiper Stones, is aptly named The Bog. So we parked here last night after leaving the park up on the wrong side of the Welsh border yesterday. We drove here. And I think the name The Bog, considering it's absolutely being down, suits it very well today. So I thought I'd just wander up and take a few photographs. We're not going to explore. We've been here plenty of times before, never stayed here the night before because we've always come here in cars. But it's a nice little spot. There's the road over there that goes up to the Stiper Stones, and they're up there. Don't know whether you can see them there. There's a really nice wildlife pond over there. There's a lot of history to the lead mines and the lost village that used to be here when hundreds of people lived here. The mines closed in about the 1920s, I believe. There's a visitor centre in the old church or the old school down there. But it's just one of the many places in Shropshire that's out of the way. You can see there's one other van in the car park. It's a huge car park. It's not completely level, but it's good enough. And it's a nice place to visit in the right weather. What else is there? There's trails everywhere. Lots of old mine workings. But I think that'll do for this particular tour. We're heading home today because we need to take Alden back to sixth form, his boarding school, on Sunday. And the weather forecast for today and tomorrow has yellow warnings of heavy rain. So I think our little trip's gone to plan and we're headed home back to Ellesmere. Anyway, thanks for watching.